Paisha Pa. I'm Steffi Silvera, a former student athlete from Southwestern Oklahoma State University, and this is Más Futbol Podcast.
Yo, welcome back to the Más Futbol Podcast, the number one soccer podcast in Oklahoma City. I am your host, Ricardo Ulloa, and with me today, I have Steffi. Hi, Steffi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing really good today. Thank you for coming on this episode. This is the second time we're recording.
Yes.
Because I really messed up the first one, so I really appreciate you for coming on back again.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm so glad to be here again.
Nice. Well, first, I want to jump into thanking the sponsors, Legacy Real Estate Group, for allowing us to use this space. If you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, invest in a house, I definitely recommend you to hit up my tia Rosy, my tia Vero. They're great. Legacy Real Estate Group. They're here on Southwest 104th and Blackwolder. They speak Spanish, and they're very experienced, and I recommend them 100%. I usually miss this part, but my guest for the day, never introduced her once. She used to play at SWOSU. She just won a handful of awards because she's very into her community. We're going to pretend like this is the first time. Steffi.
Hey, thank you.
I have to do it properly. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. It has been a long week, but I feel good. I feel excited to be here and to share my story once again.
This is going to be easier than the first time, probably. It definitely is.
Hopefully, yes.
For the people that don't know you, can you please introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what you do?
Of course. Well, my name is Steffi Silvera, but I just go by Steffi. I am from Paraguay. For those who doesn't know, Paraguay is just a small country located in the center of South America. And due to its location, is usually referred as the heart of South America.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I came here to the U.S. in 2016 through a soccer scholarship. I earned my bachelor's degree in business entrepreneurship, and then I applied to be an assistant coach for my team, and I earned my MBA as well. Yes.
That's a lot.
I know it is, but now I am retired. I don't play soccer anymore. I started working at a bank here in Oklahoma City, and at the same time I try to showcase and expose my Paraguayan culture here in Oklahoma.
You represent it very well.
Well, thank you. I try to.
And then you also just won an award last week that they haven't formally given you yet.
Yeah, so
what was the award?
I was very surprised
First
about
of all,
that.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Congratulations.
No, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I didn't even know I was nominated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a surprise. I remember people asking me for my resume and for my bio and everything. I was like, okay, sure,
Preparar uno, rápido.
The good thing is that I actually like to have one ready.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, that's something we have
Always.
we have to learn. I had to learn the hard way. So, but anyways, I was selected as one of the 20 under 40 young Latino professionals here in Oklahoma City. I really feel honored to receive these kind of awards because I try to bring my Paraguayan culture and traditions here, do something for the community, and being rewarded in that way, it means a lot. And especially for these kind of awards that is like focusing more on Latinos, I believe that we need more of those awards that recognizes the work and the commitment that the Latinos have here, not only in Oklahoma City, but I'm saying like in the United States overall. Yes. And so I'm super excited. Last week, I went to the state capitol to receive the certificate or the citation, I mean. But the actual ceremony will be on August 25th.
Ya mero.
Yeah. Ya me ya tiene que bañar.
Are they going to have you guys do anything special besides just get recognized? Maybe give a speech or algo así?
They didn't mention anything yet.
I hope not.
Well, we'll see. But I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You do a lot in the community. So for example, what are some of the events that you do to represent?
Yeah, so I usually go and support the events that the Hispanic community is doing here, mostly because, I'm also Hispanic and, Latina. So, for instance, when they celebrate their independence, and I try to, go and enjoy what they have there to offer, like the food and everything,
That's usually the best part.
Yes, but at the same time, like I try to, poner mi granito de arena whenever, like I don't necesiten. You know what I'm saying? And so, also I, dance and I sing. Some of my Paraguayan.
You sing too?
Well, yeah, I'm not a good one though.
Okay.
No, I'm not a good singer.
I'm not a singer, but I sing.
No, I can dance.
Okay.
Yeah. I also do some kind of volunteering around the community. And I do not also support the Hispanic community. For instance, I was telling you that today there's the independence of Pakistan, so I'm gonna go there and be part of that event at the Cesar Tail Park. So yeah, so I try to get myself involved, and whenever I am able to help, that's what I'm trying to do.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
You said get involved, but you don't get involved in soccer anymore, do you?
Nope, no anymore. I, like I told you, I'm retired.
You hung up the gloves?
Yeah, no, I play, I coach, I'm fine, I swear.
Tell me about how you started playing, because you probably started in Paraguay, right?
Yes, so actually, I didn't really play soccer during my,
Upbringing, I guess you can say.
Huh?
Your upbringing as you were growing up.
Yeah, no, I didn't really play by then. It was more other sports. So my dad, he's a PE teacher, and he kind of like, I was like, he told me, you need to do sports. I'm like, well, you didn't even have to tell me. Like, I wanted to do it because that was the connection that I have with him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I started playing like handball and basketball and all these other sports, but soccer was not one of them. It was not until my last year of high school that I actually, played soccer, and especially when I found out that, I was able to get on a scholarship through soccer. I remember my last year of high school, I had to take this difficult decision of deciding if I have to play or study, because in Paraguay, back then it was so hard to do both at the same time. Now we see more like a development, and you can actually get like a kind of scholarship for it, but by then that was not the case. And so I have to say, okay, so what are my options now? But
at this point, you knew that you wanted to go to the United States, or you just wanted to continue to play soccer? It was either soccer or school.
Right.
Soccer or school.
I just wanted to continue playing any kind of sports. And
any
then
sport. So
any
sport.
sports.
Okay.
Or, continue playing and studying at the same time, because I believe, the education is very important. So when I found out about this opportunity to get a soccer scholarship, I asked my dad, can you please, like prepare me, train me to be a goalkeeper? Because he was a goalkeeper when he, when he was young. He was actually pretty good, and he went to play for like professional teams and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he said, sí, mija, no hay problema. We're just going to wake up at 4 a.m. to practice. Yeah. I'm like, okay. And we did it. And because he had to, he's a PE teacher. He has to be at school like at 7 a.m. And then I was like, okay. So we went, but, the conditions of the field and everything in Paraguay is like la canchita del barrio, like dirt and
concrete sometimes.
Yeah. And then our cones were like pneumáticos. But hey, you helped me. I'm here today.
Look at you now. Now you're here. I think it's so funny because the first time you were telling me that story, I was just amazed at how you weren't taking soccer that serious at that point, up until you found out that there was an opportunity
Right.
to study
Right.
and play and be in the United States.
Correct.
So at that point, you were just like, okay, that's my ticket to go. I need to start taking this serious.
Right.
And then you started taking it serious, waking up at 4 a.m. with your dad. How much? You said you had a few months until the date came?
Well, yeah, because, you know, to be here in the United States, you have to take some exams. And so for me, I had to take the TOEFL. That is like the test of English as a second language, as a foreign language. And then the ACT and the SIT and everything. So I pretty much have to take all the tests that anyone that wants to be here in the U.S. Wants to go to college.
Well, that's strange because I've met some foreigners that go to play college and they don't speak a lick of English.
Well,
I've seen some that just like, I don't know how you got here, but they made it.
Well, yeah, no, I have to take all those tests, and which was very challenging, just because although I knew some English, my level of like speaking and listening were not as good as reading and writing. Right. Yeah, because I always say that I learn from books. And so, you know, I told you a little bit about my story, like that part of the process to get here, you know, that I have to take that test, and I was still waiting for the results of it and of them, and then the coaches, they got fired, remember?
Yeah. So let's break it down. So you did your training with your dad.
I was training with my dad, yes.
And then you went to then the tryouts came, right?
Right. So we have some coaches from the United States that went to Paraguay.
And set up some scrimmages.
Yes, they saw us play. And I have one of the coaches from Eastern Oklahoma State College. He was the one who offered
killed
me.
You beasted. You didn't let any goals get scored on.
Not that. It was not like that. Well, they saw something in me. And, you know, they offered me a really good scholarship. And I was just like, you know, un pie en Paraguay, el otro ya tenía acá.
Mentally, you were already over there, weren't you? Oh, man,
yes.
But did you ever at one point, like, stop and just think about it? Like, I was thinking about this. I was like, were you not scared that you were going to come by yourself to something completely new, to a new language? Or was everything just going along one step at a time that it just never allowed you to stop and be like, I'm going to go to the United States?
Because I was not scared because that's what I wanted to do.
That bad, huh?
That bad, yes.
Wow.
I was like, you know, living the dream.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, that's going to be the name of the podcast, Living the Dream.
Living the Dream. And whenever I found out that the coaches, when they got fired, it was very hard.
So they offered you a scholarship.
Yes.
And then you had said yes. You accepted it, right?
I was accepted, yeah. But then the coaches.
And then you got the word that the coaches that gave you the scholarship got let go.
Right.
So now you're up in limbo. The world came crashing down on you. And you didn't know if you were going to come anymore.
Exactly. And it was like...
How were you feeling at that time?
Oh, no, it was rough. Probably one of the hardest moments of my life. Just because you have, you know, that excitement.
Ya te habías hecho la
ilusión. Mm-hmm.
Ya tenías las maletas listas, ya te habías despedido de
ya
todos.
Yeah. Well, that's when I learned you don't have to tell people until things happen.
Sí,
yes.
That's a big one.
Yeah. But then when I found out that, okay, I don't have that scholarship anymore, what's next? Mm-hmm. Like, what I'm going to do now? And I told myself, I got a scholarship. What is telling me that I cannot go and find another coach that's going to give it to me? I mean, I told myself, I can do it. Mm-hmm. Like, I did it once. I can definitely do it twice. And so that's when the professor who was teaching me for the TOEFL, he was the one who helped me connect with the soccer coach at SWOSU.
Because he had gone to SWOSU, right?
Yes, he attended
and
SWOSU.
And he was in Paraguay?
He was in Paraguay.
That's
teaching
crazy.
TOEFL.
That's
you know
crazy.
How things works, you know. Things happen for a reason. I always say that. And everything turned out better for me. I mean, I got a scholarship again. It was a partial scholarship. It was not as good as the other one that they offered me at the beginning. However, I told my parents, if you guys help me that first year, I will do everything I can to earn more scholarship. And I did it. Dicho y hecho. I mean, I earned more scholarship, like soccer scholarship, and then I applied for academic scholarships, and I got that. And because my parents, although it was so hard for them to, let me come here by myself,
So they
because
were probably more scared than you were.
man, because I'm a single child, and imagine letting your single child come here.
Yeah,
And I
I
have a
don't know.
brother too, but he's in heaven. But just imagine, like, it was very, very difficult for them. But I told them, guys, you gave me all the resources. You gave me the wings. Just let me fly now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And so they helped me the first year. And it was, I have to deal with that stress of like, that main difference of the money that we have to pay, because with the exchange rate is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I told them, like, if they help me, that I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna figure it out, and I did. So that's why I'm still here. Yeah. So that first year was challenging on the
That was
financial side.
2018?
16.
16? Okay.
16. And then I got, like I told you, my bachelor's. And after that, I applied to be the assistant coach. So during my soccer career, I was pretty much like a walk-on my first year. And then I started earning my position. And by my senior year, I started every single game. I remember that one of my favorite games was my senior day, because we were playing against Washita, and then we were winning 2-1, but then we went to a penalty kick, and I have to stop. I stopped that penalty kick. It was the best senior
It was
day
the best
ever.
moment ever, huh?
Yes, what a feeling. And having my team around me when I arrived here in the United States, that was very helpful, because although I came by myself, at the same time, it was like I have my family here. You can get very homesick sometimes when you don't have your family
Is
around.
the Paraguay to Weatherford?
Yes.
There's no Paraguayan food in Weatherford.
There's anything close to Paraguay in there. However, I felt like Oklahoma became my home away from home. And being in a community like Weatherford, a town that, that helped me to focus on what was my studies, and also, my just being an athlete. Because here you are a student athlete, and in that order, you are a student and then an athlete, and you have to balance and make sure that you are being productive en ambos.
Productive,
effective, efficient, everything. Yes. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of time. There's the
Yeah.
practices, there's the games. During season, it's really hard, but then off season, it's really easy for you to kind of just lay off the gas and does not have to do anything.
And if you don't do good in class, you are not eligible to play. And so that means that your scholarship is getting removed. And so...
And you couldn't afford that.
I cannot afford that. No,
because that
not
would
at
have
all.
been back to Paraguay, huh?
Absolutely.
And
yes.
when did you know you wanted to stay?
Good question. I wanted to go, my freshman and sophomore year kind of thing. I wanted to go.
Was that the COVID? When was COVID?
No. I was fine.
That was after COVID?
I'm saying in 2016,
okay.
2017. So, yeah. I wanted to go back to Paraguay. I was telling myself, I'm going to earn my degree. I'm going back home. And then all of a sudden, I felt like I belong here. I mean, I felt like that since day one. But at the same time, it was like, I can see doing life here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I I started seeing that I'm able to grow here, that there are so many opportunities for me, and that I'm actually working to make a difference here. And when you have that feeling, it's, it's rewarding. It's like it motivates you to continue doing what you do. And I feel like that's a big part of it.
Two things that you said that I liked a lot is working to make a difference. I like that a lot. And then you said, I felt like I belong here. The moment I walked in, that's a really great energy to have, to wherever you're at in the world, to always feel like you belong there, no matter what, no matter where. If you're in another country speaking a different language, I belong here. Yeah. Because I'm here to make a difference. That's crazy.
I try to. Yes.
Nice. So then you come in your freshman. You don't play because there's a senior there.
There is a senior.
Your second year, you're battling it out with somebody else.
Right.
Y ya para tu senior year, te habías ganado el puesto. You finish it off.
Yes.
And then you start as the assistant coach.
As the assistant coach. Whoa. That was probably one of the hardest job I ever had.
As an assistant coach?
Yes. First of all, because I had to, I have that transition between being an athlete and an assistant coach. I mean, I was still coaching some of my
That's what I was going to say. You just got done playing with somebody last year.
Yes. So
did you ever run into people just not giving you that coach respect? Because they're just like, Steffi, come on. Like, do I really have to run this last suicide? Like, come on.
I have to earn it. So,
pues sí.
Yes. And so on my senior year, I was already a team captain. And so, but I was the kind of leader that...
I'm going to check this camera.
Okay. I was the kind of leader that will like lead by example. And when I was an assistant coach, it's not like I was able to run next to them. I mean, I did a couple of times, but does that make sense? Like,
but you don't have to. So you're not going to run.
Right.
You don't have to. I probably wouldn't run either. Like, you're on your own, guys.
Right.
Sorry.
But do you understand what I'm saying, though? Like, I was always, when I was an athlete, I was always the one. I was probably not the fastest on the field, but I will be the one that will try like so hard to be that first person to finish.
You're leading
or to
by
be.
Exactly.
And then, I have to do everything from recruiting, scouting, inventory, and all the way to do laundry every day. And I knew that every single thing that I was doing at my job was important because, if I was not watching the videos from other teams, how I'm going to come and tell the players, oh, this is what you have to watch. This is like what you got to be careful. I recommend this. And also, like, if I didn't do the laundry correctly, or if I didn't have it done before practice, my players will not have anything to wear that day. So for me, it was very, very crucial to make sure that I did every single thing, big or small, good. Like, get it done and do it the right way.
Like it was the most important job at the moment.
Yes. And so I'm so, so grateful for Coach Person that he gave me that opportunity. Not only to come here all the way from Paraguay to play for him, but also to have that position as an assistant coach. He trusts on me and he put his trust on me, and he taught me so much during my years as a player and mostly as an assistant coach. I have to learn because you can always learn from everybody, but he really, really teach me a lot of things. That? Coach Mark Pearson.
Mark Pearson.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
I might have to have Coach Pearson on.
Yes, you should actually. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, for real.
Okay.
I can give you his contact information and everything.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, he does so much for not only SWOSU, like the women's soccer team, but also for the Weatherford soccer. I actually help him coach the goalkeepers of the youth teams that we have there in Weatherford, and it was fun actually.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was able to teach some of my knowledge of being a goalkeeper.
Did you ever think of yourself as a coach, or is this just something that just needed to get done and you took care of it?
For me, I always want to go. I don't know how to say. It's like my dad he's a coach. So I wanted to see myself in that
In that
position
role.
too. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did it. And I'm so grateful I did it because I know I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, you gotta
Yes.
do a lot of things that you don't do. It's like
Right.
you have to do a lot of things in life that you
Yeah.
don't like to realize the things that you do like to do.
Exactly. But again, I'm so grateful that I was there because I learned a lot. It helped me be the person who I am today, obviously, and grow professionally and personally.
Yeah, because I bet you that taught you a lot of skills that you might have not been exposed to, like how to deal with the team.
Yeah, different personalities.
How to deal with different personalities, how to motivate people in different ways because different people get motivated differently.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
a lot
No,
of
you develop a lot of skills when you're
dealing with
coach,
a bunch of
assistant
college
coach.
players.
Yes,
That's a
from
tough-
different parts of the world. So
Tough time in their life, that's
yes,
hard.
yeah, you have girls that are from all the way from Europe, and you have others that are from South America too, and so they are also dealing with homesick, and you kind of relate to them
Yeah.
as well. And actually, I feel like that's why we have that connection too. But again, being an assistant coach really, really, really taught me a lot of things. Yes.
About how you don't want to be a coach.
Yeah.
What did your dad say? You're like, hey, look, I'm
No,
doing it like you.
He was so proud of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I always look up to him, and he was like overjoyed and
Giving you advice,
very
maybe.
proud. No, yeah, definitely. But now I am working at a bank, just like my mom.
Come
Oh
here.
my God.
What are you gonna do after the bank? Have you thought of that?
Well, I know what I want to get. I want to.
What is that? If you don't want to spoil it or if you don't want to tell people, I understand that. But like, where do you see yourself?
I want to be a representative for my country.
A representative for your country.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Or you're doing that already.
Well, thank you.
You're doing that already.
So I'm trying to get to be a diplomat or something. Yes.
Well, I don't think that's out of your realm.
I appreciate that.
If somebody tells someone in Paraguay that, hey, I only know 12 people, Paraguayans in Oklahoma City, and I'm representing here, like, debería de haber algo,
Right.
for that. So you're on it.
I'm working on it. Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So a representative of your country here in
Yes.
Oklahoma City, or?
Well, I'm doing it here now.
Yeah. Mhm.
So hopefully we'll see, where it takes me.
That's the cool thing about how things are going about now. Like, if you want to be a journalist, if you want to be a representative, if you want to make a podcast, you can just do it by yourself, and you don't really need anybody else to come and tell you that you can't or can't do it.
And it would be so nice that if I can continue, improving my language skills, and then also kind of educating myself more on the diplomat side, I will be able to actually be like a official representative from Paraguay, and that will be, it's what I like. I'm passionate about it, and it will be like actually living the dream, continue living the dream kind of thing.
Yeah, because I feel like you wear Paraguay on your sleeve, kind of like you are today with your alternative jersey.
Yeah.
That's a cool jersey, by the way.
Thank you.
I personally like the original.
Okay.
Yeah, pero eso no está mal. That one's
Okay.
cool. I like that one a lot too.
Thank you.
That one's clean, sleek.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Did you ever represent Paraguay? I had seen a picture of you training with other Paraguayan goalies. What was that about?
Okay, so I'm laughing because I actually went to the tryouts of the national team.
Really?
Yes, I got the call to be there.
You got a call to go train with the national team for the girls?
Yes.
When was this?
How
did you not tell me this the first time?
Because it's it's like a part of my soccer career that I usually don't really share with
¿Por qué
people.
no?
Because it's a little bit challenging.
Challenge? Okay.
To tell.
Okay.
Because I work I was working so hard to become the best goalkeeper I can be. And I don't want to tell people because it sounds like an excuse when it's not. But I was part of the tryouts and of the national team of Paraguay, and it just takes me back. And you see, that's what I didn't mention it.
Sorry, you don't
No,
have to.
no, you're good. I was playing, like, okay, so I was training with my dad, remember?
So
And
this
then-
was when you were training to go to the United States?
Right.
Okay.
And so I was training with my dad, and then I also play for like a team, you know.
You were playing at a local team to get some
Yes,
minutes, to get some time.
right? Some experience, you know, because you need that overall. And during the game, I went outside of my box, and the striker, it was kind of a collision.
You were going for a ball,
Yes,
one-on-one kind
yes,
of thing. Un balón
yes.
dividido.
Uh-huh.
Un balón dividido entre los
Exactly,
dos.
yes. And I got a contusion on my kidney.
A contusion on your kidney?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I almost lost one of my kidneys.
No way.
Yes. Yes. And at that time, I was on the tryouts of the national team, and obviously I have to be out for at least, well, I was at the hospital for almost 3 weeks, and then I was not able to play for at least 3 more months. And
Wow.
I know it was hard, but I don't want to see that as an excuse of why I was not there, you know? And oh man, can you cut this part?
Yeah, if you really want me to, I can.
Yeah. And
But it's because, listen, you could look at it that way, but whenever you had told me that you had gotten called up from Eastern, and then it didn't go through, you took that as a sign of like, me lo merezco. Like, I'm supposed to be there. And I think that's how you should take that Paraguay national trip. Like, no, your national call-up, like, you could have taken that as well. I was listening to a podcast yesterday with Chicharito Hernandez. He's the Mexican national player. And I didn't know this about him, but when he was coming up as a professional player, he was called up for the national team too. And that Sub-17 team, he explains it like this. They ended up winning the World Cup, but he got cut right at the end. And whenever they made it to the final, the president of Chivas took the players that were part of that call-up out there, and they got to witness their friends win the World Cup. And he had said that whenever he was watching them win, that he had felt feelings that he didn't even know he had, because it was like him going to a party. I mean, that he was invited to, but that wasn't his party.
okay.
And he was faced with kind of like what I think you're feeling right now is like, he was faced with like, how do I take this? Like,
Yeah.
and I think his grandma was the one that told him like, hey, like, your time will come.
Right.
Like, God's timing is always perfect, is I think what
Right.
they said.
Right.
And he ended up going to play at Manchester United. And
Right.
Real Madrid was
Yes.
the greatest goal scorer. So I think like that hard moment for you, like,
Yeah.
it just depends on how you look at it. You can
Correct.
take it negatively, or you could have been like, hey,
Yeah.
they saw something in me and I'm going to get back on it.
Yeah.
The previous goalie that I had, Cody Larendi, he was telling me a story about how he lacerated his kidney. En una jugada, se le dio un tiro de esquina, picked up the ball, grabbed it, and the other player jumped up and he caught his knee in his kidney,
Yes.
sliced it, and
Something like that happened to me.
basically was just blood everywhere.
Exactly.
And where was he at this time? He was playing in Florida, I think. I might be wrong. Sorry, Cody. Pero he was battling as a second goalie. And this was his first game as the starter.
Oh, no,
as a
man.
professional soccer player.
Yeah.
15 minutes in, le pasa esto. And he was out for 10 months. Out for 10 months.
I know. No,
And
it's
then-
hard.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, dude, I had a bag here. I had to use, I was either going to the restroom here or in a bag, 10 months. Y a él lo que le ayudó mucho is like you had the support. He had his family, his parents
Yeah.
that would keep his foot on the ground. And then he got Carlos Bocanegra
Okay.
from Colombia had a tryout in California, and he lived in Florida. And he was like, all right, you know what? Let's give it a try. He went to California, killed it. And they were like, hey, Cody, can you come back again next week? All right. Hizo lo posible. And then they were like, hey, Cody, can you come back again? And he was like, hey, guys, like, I can't. It's too much money. You guys either have to give me a deal or no.
Yeah.
Y así los dejó, close it. And then he ended up getting a call further down the line from Bruce Arena, who used to be the coach of the U.S. national team.
Damn.
And they were like, hey, Cody, like, we want you here in LA Galaxy. And he was like, let's do it. you know, pero también he passed through that same tough
Yeah.
moment that you went through. So
Yeah. Because I actually, you know how I'm so passionate about like representing Paraguay?
everything. It's not just representing Paraguay. You're passionate about
Exactly.
everything you do.
Oh, thank you.
It's not Paraguay.
but for me, it was like I was about to represent my country
at
in
the
something,
highest level.
right? In soccer. So
I mean, I think what you're doing now is no different from what you would have been doing then,
Right.
except you're representing it now through dancing, singing,
Yes.
going up and
Volunteering,
talking,
yeah.
volunteering, and
Yeah.
over there you were just doing it in a goalie jersey.
I know.
So it's kind of weird, but it's no different from what you're doing now. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's the reason also why I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think you probably would have been doing this regardless. Like,
I know.
if Sinaki over there, Sifnana,
Yes.
Oklahoma, and California,
Yes.
Texas,
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you would have
Yeah.
ended up. But
Yeah.
I feel like you have Paraguay in your sleeve.
Yep. Always next to my heart. Yeah.
So I'm sorry if.
No,
I didn't-
you're good. You want to ask me again? Do you want to record this part again?
No, I mean, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
We're okay. But wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Your dad must be a crazy goalie trainer.
My
Or
dad?
He must know what he's doing because fuiste
Yes.
de not taking it serious to almost representing the national team.
yeah, no, I always have kind of the how do you say, like my athlete skills, but I don't know, I had to learn the specific techniques of being a goalkeeper.
Yeah,
So that's what he was teaching me,
the basics.
the basics.
Getting down on one knee, scooping it up.
Yeah, but then actually flying for the ball.
Mm.
Because when I was just starting, I was just like kind of diving, like no.
So you
have
fly
to-
then?
Yes, you saw me in my videos.
I've seen the picture. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
You didn't send me any videos though.
I can send it to you.
Send me some videos. I want to see some
Okay.
flying. A ver si es cierto.
Ah.
I want to see just if you got it
Okay.
like that. No, but
Okay.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah, I have to kind of practice a lot of that stuff because that's what it differentiates me at the end. So, yeah,
you're flying.
I fly.
Dang. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now we went through your college. There was the opportunity, and that's what paid for your master's was your assistant coaching. We didn't bring that up. So
Yeah.
did you want to continue studying or
Yes.
you wanted
if
to
I have the
continue
chance right now, I'll be studying.
right now?
Yeah.
Well, couldn't you go be an assistant coach again and get another master's under your belt? or-
Well, with the visa process, a little bit
pues sí.
different, but I could. But I already got my MBA. I'm very, very glad that I did. Actually, it has been opening a lot of doors for me, and being able to get that kind of, because it's a scholarship at the end of the day. You know, being an assistant coach, you get the graduate assistant position, and they pay for your tuition, but you still have to pay for the other stuff.
Yeah, not only that, but like you probably had less time than you did playing as an assistant
Oh
coach.
yes,
On top of that, doing a master's program too.
yeah. So I was working pretty much Monday, de lunes a lunes.
Lunes a lunes, because yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And you don't really have that off time that you have as an athlete either, because while you have, when you are an athlete, you have the practice time.
Practice in school. Practice
Right.
in school.
Okay. But then now,
But
as an assistant coach,
You're there for practice.
and then
And
we
then
have
that-
to get ready for practice. You have to watch the videos, and then you have to like get in meetings with coaches, meeting with players, and then you have to run the study halls. Then you have to
Wash their clothes.
it's way more.
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. No, you have to do all the extra stuff as well. Yeah, but that's what I told you. Like, right now, I feel like I'm ready for any kind of
Well,
job.
see, now you got all the time in the world.
Yeah, no, you take for granted sometimes what your coaches do for you, and it takes a lot of work. Yeah. So if you're a player and you're watching it, just take that into consideration.
Yeah, it could always get worse.
Yes.
Or not worse, but like it could have, it could be busier. You could be busier.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I'm just so glad, and I feel blessed that I was able to achieve those things, because it's a big thing for me that I earn my bachelor's and my master's in a different country when English was not my English is
third
not
language.
it's my third language, right? Yes, because you have Spanish, you have Guarani. Yeah, for those who doesn't know, Guarani is also one of the official languages along with Spanish. In Paraguay, we speak both languages, and the big difference is that it's constitutional. Guarani is constitutional, and for instance, if you have those native languages from other part of the world, the difference is that Guarani is spoken by 90%, or I would say 85% of the population in Paraguay. And in my case, I mix it. I mix Guarani and Spanish.
It's kind of like my Spanglish.
Exactly. Yes.
Your Guaranis and Spanish.
Yes. So we said that yo para is like the mix of Spanish and Guarani.
That's Spanglish. Okay, yo para.
Yo para, yeah. And because my dad is from Argentina, although he knows more Guarani than me probably by now, because he has to learn that to be able to teach at schools. And my mom is a Paraguayan, so I got a little bit from both sides, and obviously I learned it in school, so I'm able to communicate just fine. But at the same time, right now I don't have anyone that I can speak to in Guarani. When I talk to my family, it's like the Jopara, we just mix it a little bit, and so I try to keep up with it. But it has been something that I still have to work on, kind of thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that was super interesting when you had brought it up the first time, because like you said, Guarani are the native Indians from Paraguay. Is that probably?
Right.
And then what stood out to me the most was that it was made the national language.
It's the national language. It's
And
the currency
as well. That's similar
Yes.
to like all the natives that live here. Like if it was Choctaw, like hey, now there's native. That's the native language for Oklahoma would be that. And then on top of that, the currency.
Yeah.
I guess that's just because there's so many different types of Indians here, maybe. And Paraguay is just a little bit smaller. But I think you blew my mind the other day when you were speaking
Guarani.
Guarani, yes.
You wanna tell people?
Yeah, if you want to speak to the people.
Do you remember the word that I taught you?
I don't remember that. I barely remember that it's Guarani,
Okay, so if you want to say like hi, how are you in Spanish, you already know like hola, ¿cómo estás? In Guarani will be Baishapa. Baishapa. So next time you see me, you have to say Baishapa. Yes.
I remember that one now. Okay. Baishapa. I'm totally gonna forget it, but I remember it now.
Okay.
That's interesting. And then last time we talked, that I also found very interesting, was the local soccer that you would like to go watch down there in Paraguay.
Deportivo Luqueño.
Yes, I think I found the logo. I had sent it to you on Instagram. De los, ¿cómo se llama? The
Chancholigans.
Yes, there's a Facebook
those are my
group.
neighbors.
There's a Facebook group of los Chancholigans, and I have the logo. It's gonna go right here. But yeah, like
because we consider ourselves the República de Luque.
What is that?
Because it's not only Luque. Luque is the city.
Where are you from?
Yeah, Luque is the city where I'm from. And, people just say, oh, yeah, you're from Luque. República de Luque, por favor.
Okay. La República. Put some respect.
Exactly. And so I live only a block away from the actual stadium.
You did say that.
Yes. And I get all the feeling, all the enthusiasm, everything from the Chancholigans, which is like the porras that you say, or like
it's the
fans.
It's the fan group. It's like the official fan group of the team, I guess you can say.
Yes. So I'm obviously a Chancholigan, but I don't go that crazy.
Yeah, soy Chancholigan.
I don't go that crazy for real.
Yeah, they have a Facebook group, and I was trying to do some research, and I found them. They're out there. It's real.
Yeah, it's big.
It is big?
Yes, yeah. We are very fanáticos. Yes.
And what is the league called that they play in down there? ¿Cómo se llama la liga?
It's like just the National League.
The National League? Because I couldn't find for some reason. I probably wasn't typing it like I was supposed to.
Yeah, because you have other teams such as Olimpia, Cerro, Libertad, Rubio New. There is like other teams, and Luque is one of them. Although last year we are now in descenso.
You did say that.
Yes, but we're gonna get back. Don't worry, guys. Yes.
Nice. If you could give yourself advice,
yes,
what would it be 5 years ago? Like when you were in 5 years ago from now, 2022, 2017.
That
So you're in college right now. What would you say to college,
Yes.
Steffi?
believe that you can do it.
Mm.
I come from a family that, you know, they gave me all the resources that I told you, and but it was hard to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and study in the United States. That was probably not something that you really look up to, you know. But for me, it was different. I knew that I was able to do it, and just knowing that not even the sky's a limit. There's way more stuff over the sky that you can achieve. And so believe in yourself and just continue working hard to get there, because that's where it's gonna take you to get where you wanna be. And so that's what I would love to tell myself by then.
I love that. Because I
Yes.
always, even if you don't make it, but you
Yes.
try,
Yes.
you still gain so much. It's kind of like if you shoot for the moon,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't make it, you're still in the stars.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I love that saying. If you
Yes.
could, would that be the same advice you'd give yourself 10 years from now? You in Paraguay?
In Paraguay,
Yeah.
like when I was even younger,
Yeah.
I would just tell myself that you have to continue doing what you're doing and like prepare yourself, because there are big things coming your way. I'm gonna tell myself that no matter what other people tells you, like, oh, you should not be playing sports, or you should just be, you know, at home learning how your mom is cooking, you know, kind of thing. You still have to go and do what you like, because in Paraguay there's a machismo. There's so much machismo, and when they put you down, and you know, don't let that affect yourself ever. Yeah.
I don't understand people that do that.
Me either, but there's still people like that.
Yeah, there's people that I guess get joy from putting out other people's flames. It makes no sense to me, you know?
Yeah.
I would much rather tell you you can achieve the impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like, I'd much rather motivate someone that I don't even know, feed their flame, and be like, you can do it, whatever you need. Let me
Yes.
know, even though I might not be able to help you.
Right.
But that's not the point. I'm just like,
Yes.
eso y más, dice mi abuelito.
Yes.
You puedo hacer eso y más. So yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks that people. Did you like run into a lot of that? Like, because you seem like whenever you were younger, you were always doing something. You're always playing sports.
Yes.
You're studying English
Yeah.
young because your mom would take you
Yes.
as a little girl.
My mom, she always knew that I would need another language. And so we will ride the bus to the institute like once per week on a Saturday, after she has been working Monday through Friday, you know, for 40 plus hours. She would still take me on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. to be there and study English. And even if we have to, you know, go on a bus where you go, like I told you, these like sardinas enlatadas, like you just go and you don't even feed on the bus, you know, to get there. But you know, that's one thing that helped me to be here today. Those little things that I look back now and say, I'm so grateful for the family, for my family that was, you know, that invest on me, that they were the first ones who believed in me. And how come I will not believe in myself? You know, ever? No. I'm just so blessed. Yes, I know there are so many people that didn't have the same situation, like family situation and everything. But my family obviously was not the most like wealthy family, but we always have health. We always have that love, and so that I feel like that's all what matters.
That was enough.
Yeah, that was more than enough. Yeah, and so every single thing that I achieve is because of them, and it's for them. Yeah, and that's why I believe, like, I take very seriously what I do, because I could just be, you know, oh yeah, I got my degree and I'm fine. No, it's not like that for
It's
me.
always what's next.
What's next? Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I know I have people that are counting on me. I know that I want to make myself proud, and I want to make others proud as well. And my family is my support. They are my foundation. And I everything I do pretty much is to honor them.
Mm-hmm.
And I always look for ways to how I can help them and how I can help others that are back home. Like right now, I got the chance to be here in the U.S. and achieve these things, but I want to find ways, which I'm actually working on, to also bring other young
other people
that would like to
can.
be here and study as well, or that would like to have the same opportunities that I had.
You're being the adult you wish you had when you were a kid.
Yes. Yes, that's a
love
good
that.
way to put it.
I love be the adult you wish. If everybody was the adult they
Uh-huh.
wish they had as a kid, we'd be in a better world, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm not there yet, but I'm working together.
Back from the restroom break.
Yes.
I think the only thing that we have left to cover is what you're doing right now with your fitness, right? Because I think fitness is important.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I was an athlete for almost my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was done with my soccer career, it was like, okay, what I'm gonna do now? Do I have to go to the gym by myself? Do I have to work out by myself? That was like, I have to find my ways. First, I told myself, I'm gonna take a break, like 3 to 4 months or whatever. And then that was the worst thing ever.
You did take a break?
Yes, I took a break.
Dang.
And
I'm on like a 3-year break, so I'm still trying to come back from my break.
no, it was awful. I not only like physically but mentally, it just messed me up so much because I was so used to,
Those moments of where you don't have to think.
yes.
And then I find out when on the days that I run, I don't have the energy to be thinking about other stuff besides what I'm doing right then and there.
Right.
So I agree.
Yeah. So what I did is I joined a CrossFit gym. Yeah, a CrossFit team, and it has been, lo que me salvó.
It's really.
Yes, because I needed that challenge again. I needed to feel like I was being like something desafiante.
Yeah, you got to compete against something. You got to prepare
Yes,
to. Okay,
yes.
I understand that.
And it was good to take that little break, but at the same time, no, it was not good. And once I got back on track and I was starting to feel myself again, and I had that motivation and everything, that was just something that I continue doing until today. So I wake up every morning because I am a morning person. I love to work out in the morning, and I also try to balance my diet. I'm not doing like an actual diet. It's like I'm trying to eat healthy.
Nutrition.
Exactly. I'm trying to eat healthy. If I want to eat a burger, I eat a burger. I don't care, kind of thing. And so it's all about balance for me. But I like to be in shape. I like to feel like if I have to lift my luggage when I go to Paraguay, I can do it by myself, and so I try to keep myself motivated too, because if you just wake up and your day goes by the same way,
That's not a good way to live.
it's not at all. So when you have that extra motivation or that extra challenge, it really, really does help.
Yeah, I feel like if I had to compare my days on the days I work out and the days that I don't, they're very different. If I work out in the morning, I can eat that burger without feeling guilty. I can lay on the couch without feeling
You shouldn't
guilty.
even feel guilty.
But if I don't put in the work or even now, like if I don't work out and I eat something that I know isn't gonna do me good, it does me terrible.
Okay.
Like there's days where I have the burger and then we'll go to the
Yes.
family outing and están los tacos con la salsa with the fried this and that.
Yeah.
And if I don't run to balance it out, I wake up feeling disgusting.
I know.
Is it like
I see?
like
I
como
see
que lo
what you mean.
siento en la piel? Like I just gotta sweat this out.
Yes.
And if I work out in the morning, I just it just sets the tone. Or even if I work out at the end of the day, like
Yeah.
it's just a box checked in my head. Like I just try to be better than yourself yesterday. Like there I go.
Right.
I beat myself today. Let's
Yes.
do it again tomorrow.
And we all need that.
Mhm.
And I know that every single athlete, like college athlete that is watching these podcasts or listening,
Even high school person.
they are gonna relate so much. Yeah, even the high school. If you ever did any kind of sports,
Or you're out of college and you're an adult.
right? Oh, yeah, anything. It's so important to understand that you are gonna have that transition of, because you stop doing something like you do every day pretty much, and then now you find yourself in like, what's next, like what I'm gonna do. And it can be a very hard transition, and not only, like I mentioned before, like physically but also mentally, and also because you are part of a group. With my soccer team, I was there with my teammates, and even after I was on being an assistant coach, I was like, well, where's my team now? Like, where's my family? Like, I don't have that right now. I don't have that kind of anymore. They're gonna be there for me always, but at the same time, it was like, okay, you're moving on by yourself again, kind of thing. So I know that can be very challenging.
It
Yeah.
definitely is. So we all need to.
Yeah, and
do
I know
something.
all of the athletes face that at some point.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the older that I get, the more I realize that it is really the three things. There's a mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
You have to keep your mental health great as much as you can, however you do it. You have to keep
Yes.
your body as great as you can by working
Yes.
out. And then spiritually, you also have to find ways to stay
Yeah,
spiritually.
you need time for yourself. You need to do the things that really fulfills you, and understand that if you cannot find the balance between the activities that you do and how are you, like, what are you doing in your life, and with all those three things, like you say, the mind, the body, and spirit, you're not gonna be able to get where you want to get. And so being able to succeed also takes a lot of work on how to kind of do the best on those three areas.
For you, it's representing Paraguay, working out,
Yes.
and what else would you say contributes to keeping your mind, body, and spirit balanced?
Well, I always try to take a time for myself to kind of do an introspection, because I believe that that's the best way that we can see how we can improve ourselves. But also talking to my family really helps. I try to talk to them very frequently, and that just keeps me
Grounded. Keeps your feet on the ground.
Yes, yeah, and give me, like, it kind of fills my heart, when I talk to them, and that's the way I try to deal with it. Yes.
I hear you. I am not good at introspect and seeing where I'm at.
It's hard.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm more so the type that will just stay busy, so I don't have to think about it.
Yes.
Or if something's going wrong, I'm just like, it's fine, it's cool. I feel this way, but it just don't.
No.
It's like I've always thought that like your thoughts are one thing, but our words are so powerful. Like our words bring our thoughts to life.
Yes.
Like we can think something, but it's not really real until it verbally comes out of our mouth. So like if I'm thinking something, even though it's not positive, I'm just saying, just don't speak it, don't bring it to life.
Okay.
So I guess that's just how I've been going about it. But
Okay.
I don't know, running, when I run, that's my time
Yes.
to, unless I'm not listening to music, that's the time where I can decompress and
Yes.
think about what I got to do. But other than that, if not, I'm just like, to the next.
And we can always, stay busy and do all these things, because I'm busy myself, like, all the time too, right?
Yeah.
But it's very important, because at the end of the day, the only person that you're gonna have by your side is yourself. And knowing you, and understanding what you're going through, and actually try to do something about it, because you can always communicate the stuff, but if you don't have an understanding as well, and if you also don't do something about it, then there's no like a final solution for it. And so for me, it's very important that I know myself, that I try to adjust the things that are good for me, and without being selfish, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's important to take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. So that's how I see it.
Do you see yourself competing like in these CrossFit events?
I actually competed,
Did
but
you really?
yes, but just for fun. It's not like I'm not really taking like 100% seriously.
There's some people that take it
Yes.
serious, and
Yes.
my respects to them. Those guys are built like
I know. Like I
monsters.
opened my hand the other day, like
Oof.
just doing pull-ups because we did it so many reps. And when you start doing CrossFit, your body feels like you can
Everything.
feel it
It's
on your
everything.
body. Like right now I'm sore. I can like doing this like hurts
Yeah.
because I'm so sore right now.
And it's like a different type of sore porque son movimientos.
Yes.
No, it's not just
No.
1, 2. No, it's
No.
it's
Yeah.
and up and back and
Right.
down and
And you're
100
sore
meters.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's different. I did CrossFit with my high school
Yeah.
coach. He was definitely into CrossFit.
Yeah.
And it's just different. And you can see by the way the people that are elite at CrossFit are just built. It's a different type of
Yeah.
build than just
Yeah.
the gym body.
It's because you learn different moves. Like I was a college athlete. I have been an athlete my entire life, but there are some movements or some specific like things that you have to do in CrossFit that I never learned until now, like handstand push-ups. Like
Like, when am I going to use this? But that's just different. Core, shoulders,
yeah,
all that stuff. So
yeah, and then you look at the board in the morning at 5:30 a.m.
like,
and you
damn.
question yourself, why I'm here to do 150 plus burpees, face bar burpees.
damn.
You question yourself sometimes, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna get this, we're just gonna break it down, like
Yeah. How can I achieve that? And that's part of like whenever I go to run in the mornings,
Yes.
I'm just like, I don't want to go run. I know I'm going to try to run an hour today.
Yeah.
Like, how do I start running an hour? I just put your shoes on
yes,
and
and
go. That's it.
Actually, are you like a runner? Like, do you actually enjoy to run?
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoy running. I hate getting started.
Okay, I see. Are you planning to like run a marathon or
Yeah.
like a 5K?
I want another marathon. I've done 2.
Oh, really?
I want to do another one.
Okay. So, okay. The next, well, I'm just doing a 5K. Do you want to do it too?
Yeah. I
The
do
OKC
5K.
Thunder?
When is that?
September.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay. You have to buy the ticket, but it's...
Yeah. Send me the link.
Okay.
I want to do more runs in public because it's different
Yes.
than running by yourself.
Yeah. And then you get a free t-shirt.
Free
T-shirt.
t-shirt.
Sorry. T-shirt and free tickets.
My
to a
goal
Thunder
is
game.
my goal is to run in April for the marathon again and do better than the first 2 times that I've done it.
Okay.
Because I did terrible the first time.
Uh-huh.
I did even worse the second time, but this time
Uh-huh.
I am actually preparing.
Good. Okay.
Because the first time I
Yeah.
prepared a little bit. The second time I didn't prepare at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my goals in life actually is to run a marathon with my dad.
Really?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Because he did it before, and we have a picture actually that we're holding hands like that. We're running together when he was about to finish a marathon.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, one day.
You should do the Oklahoma Marathon.
Yes.
There's
absolutely.
nothing more Oklahoman than running that
Yeah.
marathon.
Is that the memorial one?
Mhm.
Yeah, I did it, but I only ran the 5K.
The 5K?
Yeah.
It probably starts off just like the marathon, lining up. Everybody's ready.
Yeah.
And then it's like early in the morning, and then they're just like, runners, are you ready? And then you're just there with like
Yes.
old people, young people. I kid you not, I saw the pregnant person running. I saw
Yes.
people running barefoot. I saw a guy running
Barefoot. Oh,
barefoot.
I don't know if I can do that
I
one.
saw someone running a full firefighter outfit. Like, it's very motivating, and you get
Yeah.
energy from running with all
Yes.
those people. And
Yeah.
it just depends on what you tell yourself. Because I try to marathon talk with people,
Mhm.
and everybody in my family, like my
Think
dad's
you're
house,
crazy.
yes, they automatically think it's
Loco.
impossible. And that when
No.
people think something is impossible, to me, I'm just like, bet.
Yeah.
Watch.
I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take
exactly.
pictures.
You don't think I can? Okay, watch. Oh, that's local. Pa' qué? No, you're gonna hurt yourself, and it's like,
Yes.
but you can. Like, you can do anything you set your mind to. Just go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be first. I'm not trying to be. The first one, I was like, all right, I just want to finish.
Uh-huh.
The second one, I was like, I really didn't have time to set up a goal. I signed up like 3 weeks before,
Oh
and I
my
was like,
goodness.
just finish. So this time is be better than the first time.
Good.
That's it.
And that's
So,
how it has to be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, always, every day, every day. Well, do you have anything else? Any nuggets of information that you want to leave your listeners
No, I
with?
just want to tell people that if you go to South America, now you have to let me know if you go to Paraguay, because everyone has a home down there that is in a family that is waiting for you.
Paraguay. I'm
Paraguay,
gonna add it to the
yes.
list. In South America, I only have Brazil. I only had Brazil on my list.
Well, now you
I
have
have Paraguay on my list.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to go
Yeah.
Paraguay, Brazil, Guatemala.
Uh-huh.
Where else do I want to see? For now, those are the top
Okay.
3
All right.
in South
yeah.
America. South.
But
South.
if I'm there when you go, I'm gonna take you to Brazil and Argentina too.
For real? Well, it's
Yeah.
all just kind of.
Yeah, there's like a triple frontera.
Oh, there is?
Yes, where Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay connect.
Really?
Yeah, so you can say, yeah, I've been there to 3 countries at the same time.
I've heard of a story of a guy when the Brazil World Cup was happening, try to take his car from America all the way down to Brazil. And unfortunately, he had an accident and wasn't able to make it.
Oh,
But that would be a crazy trip, right? To drive your car from
yes.
Oklahoma City to
No.
Paraguay. Do you think that could be done?
You know what's funny? One of the things that we want to do with my dad is to take one of those school buses all the way from here and go down and visit the places
That'd be awesome.
on the way. Yes.
Go down through Mexico and then go down to Belize.
Yeah.
And then go Guatemala and Honduras and then to Panama. And
Panama,
then what's up? Where do you
Colombia.
have to, then through
and
Colombia?
And then maybe we go, through Peru, and then we just maybe Bolivia too, and then we. I don't think. Well,
Una
Chile
esquinita.
is too far, so we're probably just gonna go directly to Paraguay after that.
Have you visited many places in South America?
I went to Brazil. I have family there. I can speak a little bit of Portuguese just because I have to communicate with them. But then I went to Argentina, obviously.
'Cause you have
because
family in
in
Argentina?
Argentina, yes. And then I went to Chile for a volleyball tournament. So that was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Where else? I went to Mexico, but just for vacation, and then the United States. So I have a lot of places that I still have to go and see.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go I actually went to Costa Rica too.
Oh, okay,
that's fine.
cool.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. But I want to go to more like the obviously I want to know more, and I want to actually go to the areas where are not like only tourists of the countries that I visited already. And also I want to go to other South American countries, I want to know every single country first on this side of the world, and
Before
then
you can go to the other side
yes
of the water.
yes but one of the places I actually want to visit was Australia, and then New Zealand, because I know people from there.
Really?
And then Amsterdam, Denmark and Germany. I have family in Spain, so hopefully I will be able to go to those places soon.
As a representative of
Why
Paraguay?
not? Yes. Just take my Paraguayan flag with me and go everywhere. That would be nice.
Nice.
Yes. Where you want to go?
Where do I want to go?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know where I want to go right now.
Okay.
Right now, I just want to go back to Mexico.
Okay,
That's
makes
it.
sense. Yeah, that's a good one. I want to go back to Paraguay too,
I
just
just
to
wanna go back
visit
to
my
Mexico.
family. I told you today's my grandma's birthday. It was on the 10th, but they're celebrating today. I'm like, I want to be there.
Yeah.
But
Those are the tough moments, huh?
yes, absolutely.
Those are probably moments that many people don't talk about, is the sacrifices you have to make while you're down here.
Exactly. Yes,
So,
I feel like
Happy
that's-
birthday to your grandma.
Yay, Mama Sonia, Abuelita
Mama
Sonia.
Abuelita Sonia.
Uh-huh.
Nice. That's your dad's mom? Mom's mom?
Yes,
Dad's mom.
That's mom. Yeah.
Nice.
She was
Well,
here actually.
She was here for your
Yeah.
graduation?
Yeah.
I remember you said that.
Yeah. She.
I can't
Everyone
imagine
came.
bringing your grandma to Oklahoma.
No, wait. My mom, my dad, my grandma, my cousin, tell me you're Latina without telling me you're Latina.
And then you said you took them to Dallas. Where else
I
did you
took
take
them
them here in
to
Oklahoma
Dallas.
City?
Well, I took them to Turner Falls,
Mm-hmm.
and
Es que triste andar aquí en Oklahoma and just be like, mira, mi cascada. And they're just like, oh, pues wow, that's cool. And then
Man.
I can't imagine what Paraguay is like, but it's like, it's so like flat here. Like
I
there's not
know.
really much. Like, what do you
I
want to see?
know.
I can show you the statue of the horses downtown. Y te llevo
Stop
por el
it.
río.
No, they still enjoy it. They
Sí,
still liked it.
Pero es que como que bellezas naturales aquí como que...
Yeah. You have to go to Paraguay for that. Hey.
Yeah, I know. And it's like Mexico has all these different places too. And no offense, no shots being shot
Right.
at Oklahoma, pero a veces como que,
Yeah,
you know.
but still,
we'll
they
take you
they
to-
did like Oklahoma though.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
and it was good that I was able to take them to Dallas. But next time, hopefully, we're gonna go to other states as well.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anything else before we like,
Mm,
where can people find you? If a message to los Paraguayos out there, you know, like,
oh
hey, red
yeah,
alert.
no, please, if you know any Paraguayans, I'm begging you, please let me know about it. I am trying to find them. Like I don't know where they are at, but I'm trying to find them. Like I know there are more over there.
Yeah, you said you only know 12 Paraguayans in
12.
Oklahoma City?
Yes, no, in Oklahoma.
In
overall.
Oklahoma?
Yes, because some of them are in Tulsa, and well, most of them are here in OKC or Norman. So that's how I was able to meet them through like the connections like that they have, that they knew are other Paraguayans already. But at the same time, there should be more out there. I just need to find them. And so if people know more, if they know more Paraguayans, please let me know about it. Yeah, I'm trying to bring more, from Paraguay. So we'll see.
You can probably open up your soccer agency where you help people play soccer from Panama.
If
and
I'm
play
being
college.
honest with you, I'll probably just do it for free, because the moment I got here, I told myself that I want to do
Yeah,
everything I
someone
can to help other people from back home to get here. And if they want to get their education, I believe they should do it. And if they're motivated enough to do it, like, why not? Because most people think that coming to the US is the most difficult part, which I believe is not. It's staying here, like going through all the challenges and still keep going.
Not having your food.
Yeah.
Not having your family.
Yes.
Not having the comfort, all that stuff. And which
Yeah.
is something that all foreigners go through, even though they might not bring it up, but whether they're from Brazil, Germany, England,
Yeah.
todos pasan por eso.
Exactly. And especially when you come through on scholarship, you have to realize that you need discipline, that you need that commitment 100% to be able to get where you want to get. And so I know there are people in Paraguay that are willing to go through that stuff and be here, because at the end of the day, it's like a big deal to earn your degree from
not only that,
another.
your master's,
Yes.
to play college
Thankfully.
soccer,
Yes.
to make it as an assistant coach.
Yeah, exactly. And so for me, just being able to share my story like today, I'm so grateful for the second time. But yeah, I'm so grateful to do it, because now my neighbors are going to be able to see this. Like the little girls from Paraguay are going to be able to see this.
Hubiéramos hecho en español.
También, la próxima. Sí. So they know that they can do it too. It doesn't matter where you come from. Like, it doesn't matter that you really don't have the means to afford it. Like, there are ways to do it. And for me, that's something that, like, motivates myself, to continue doing it. And so that I always told you, like, I'm always try to lead by example. And that way I know that if I can do it, they can do it too. Yes. And when it comes to, like, I have my family that were supporting me since day one, right? And I was able to practice sports when I was young. I was able to study English. My English was not the best when I came here, and I still need a lot to improve,
You're doing good though.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I have my moments where I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, how do you say this again? Like, but now, even at my job, I'm able to help others because I can communicate in two languages. Like, well, I also know Guarani, but most people don't speak Guarani here. But I'm able to help others that way. And then, you know, some people ask me, so you might be good, like good at soccer to actually be here, you know, to earn that scholarship and everything. And I tell them, well, there is a reason why I was able to come here, and there is a reason why I was able to stay here. You know, but there's always room for improvement. That's something I tell myself every day. There's always room for improvement, and I wake up every day trying to find ways to better myself. So that's something that I don't know. I do it just because I know that I'm able to. You know, there's so many other people that probably are not able to do it. So if you have, just don't give up easily. I feel like that's one of the best advices that I can give to someone.
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up, because you can do it. Yay.
Steffi, I appreciate you for coming back on.
Thank
today.
you. I know this was kind of different because it was the second time that we were recording.
Yeah.
So I know the first time I was like, oh my God, excited and like screaming
You feel like you were off the walls, but
Okay.
you were doing great. Trust
Okay,
me.
all right.
You're doing great. And you did great today too.
I appreciate that.
Do you have anything else that you want to say before we let people go?
I want to teach you one more stuff in Guarani.
Dale.
So if you see a Paraguayan, you have to tell them Oro Haihu,
Oro Haihu,
Paraguay.
Paraguay.
Uh-huh.
Oro Haihu, Paraguay.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I love Paraguay.
Oro Haihu, Paraguay?
Yes.
I have to remember it. I can say it. Oro
Yes.
Haihu, Paraguay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the second word I'm teaching you.
Oro Haihu, Paraguay.
Yes.
I forgot the first one. But Oro Haihu,
Baishaba?
Paraguay. Baishaba.
Yeah.
Baishaba. Okay. Well,
Oro Haihu, Paraguay.
Oro
Jajo
Haihu,
Hesha
Paraguay.
PV. Jajo Hesha PV. I'm saying we'll see you soon.
how do you say that?
Jajo Hesha PV.
Jaijo Hisha
PV.
Peve.
Uh-huh.
If you guys have been listening to the podcast up to this point, I appreciate you guys for listening.
Yes.
This has been another episode
Uh-huh.
with Steffi.
Yay. Thank you so much again.
Peace.
Yeah. Thank you.